being your second in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, what are you and your team doing this time around to elevate your racing style?
You know, a big thing that we're working on, you know, obviously last year was my first time going to most tracks. And a lot of people who I'm racing against have been to the places many times. So they have notes, they have, you know, they know references, they know what to look for and what they're gonna feel. Where my first couple laps are the first time I've ever seen it in person. And yeah, we have sim, and the sim is extremely helpful, but it's still different, like
Totally different.
going inches from the wall at 180 miles an hour than it is on the sim, where you can just push reset when you hit it. So we're really working on me just being more aggressive when I come out of the pit lane. Like even being uncomfortable and trusting the fact that I can save it. A place like here, the tires fall off maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds, big fall off. So your fast time is always going to be on lap 1 or lap 2. So just to be able to get the most out of the tire, to really see where we stand, we're working on that. And it's still a challenge, but you know, I usually need a few more laps just to get up to speed. But I'm always ready for the race. So
I know you are. You're always positive, you're always happy, and I love that about you. We understand you had a special delivery from Red Bull this month. How was that experience? And maybe share it with the race fans in case they don't know.
So I'm sure you guys may have heard that Ford Racing is now the new engine supplier for the Red Bull Formula One team, right? Ford Power. So they dropped off Max Verstappen's Formula One car to my house, which was pretty cool. I wish I had friends because I totally would have invited them over. But it was really fun. My son was so excited. It was just cool, like to have it there, and I shot a few videos with it. That we released some, we'll release some more, but just cool content. It was really cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. How was your schedule been promoting, starting for Malcolm in the Middle, and is that juggling with racing and your family and keeping you focused?
Yeah, it's been intense. You know, I knew that this month and next month are going to be really busy. I've only been home 3 or 4 days since February 1st, because basically when I leave here, I go straight to LA to do press, and then they flew me to Mexico City, and I got to go to New York, and then I go back to Mexico City, and they got me going to a different place basically every day. So how do I say this? I'm still putting in all the time that I can to prepare, but I'm definitely excited for the show to come out for a number of reasons. One, I'm excited for the fans to see it, because I'm really proud of it. But
Round of applause for that. We're
But
excited
B,
too.
I'm also really excited just to go back to being a race car driver.
Yeah, I know.
And just getting to focus on that. So
Now, when do you sleep when you're in the midst of all this? That has to be difficult. How do you sleep?
yeah,
How do you eat properly?
yeah. I mean, I've always struggled sleeping, so that's kind of, you know, I'm always the same level of tired, no matter how much or how little I sleep. But I think since I became a father, like you're just so used to like not really sleeping anyway, that I'm good either way.
Now, you were forced to miss the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Darlington in August of last year because of your wrist. What do you do to prepare for once since it's been a year and to be in the car here because you didn't get to do it last year? Is there anything that you're nervous about?
I mean, I know this is an intimidating place, even just
Yes.
from watching it. I do a lot of sim work at the Ford Racing Tech Center, also on iRacing to prepare, and they're hard even on the sim, right? Like Darlington on iRacing is still really, really challenging, where it's hard to like repeat, like be consistent. So I don't know. Sometimes you can build things up in your head and psych yourself out, and I really tried not to do that here. I wish I got to do the whole practice. I wish I got to qualify because I don't really know where we stack up. But I think minus last year, these are usually pretty high attrition races. There's usually a lot of cautions. So if we can keep it clean the first couple stages, I'll be able to learn more, and be there at the end. That's the goal. You know, for me and my team, our goal is always a top 20. You know, if you think there's 36 drivers starting. I think there's 8 Cup drivers tonight. You know, like, so to be in the top 20, you're beating a lot of good people, a lot of good teams, a lot of good cars, and that would be a really good place a goal for us to set for tonight.
Now, of all the tracks that we're going to visit this year, which one do you feel that you gel with the most?
I had a really good race going at Texas last year, and that's another one that everybody who I talked to was like, oh, Texas is the craziest place we go. Turn 1, it's so gnarly. Practice was rained out, qualifying was canceled. My first lap was the start of the race. And I remember like the first like 5 or 10 laps, and I came on the radio, I was like, why isn't anybody going? Because like, I felt like everyone was going so slow, I was just driving around them. And we ended up, like, we were really fast there. I was running in the top 5, with 20 laps to go, and we blew the right front. So I didn't get to finish. So, you know, once again, my name was at the bottom of the leaderboard where we were actually running good there. So I'm excited to go back and hopefully can repeat that.
Yes.
I also really like Michigan. Just super high speed, it's the fastest place we go. And I had a good run there as well. So my favorite tracks changed based on where I finished.
Of course, I think that's every driver, right?
Yeah.
We want to win at this.
I guess
one.
You wouldn't really like places that you're bad at, right?
No. I think what we're gonna do, and I'm pretty sure that these race fans probably have some questions for you. Yes, race fans, anybody have a question for Frankie? If you do, raise your hand. I can come to you. You have one, little one? No? Anybody have? Yes, we'll come to you.
How do you balance family and racing and the TV show? That's got to be a challenge.
I won't lie, it's the biggest challenge I've ever faced. It's something that I'm constantly trying to be better at and trying to work on. It's not easy, you know. I know my wife, my son are sacrificing an insane amount for me to do this, but like, this is a dream of mine. It's also weird though, because I said I was going back racing. I used to race way back in the day. I raced 2004 to 2010, all open wheel stuff. I got badly hurt. Always thought I'd go back racing, but just didn't. But when my son was born, I was looking at him, I was like, who is my son gonna grow up and think that his dad is, right? And I wanted to give him motivation and watch me working for something that's really hard and it isn't easy. And so I decided to go back racing, but I wanted to go NASCAR racing. So I'm doing all this for my family, for my son, but it takes me away from them. You know what I mean? I've been home 4 days this year. So I'm constantly, I don't have the answer. You know what I mean? We have good weeks, we have bad weeks with it. You know what I mean? But I miss my son, I miss my wife. They've come to a few races, but it's not my wife's dream. You know what I mean? She supports me, but like, you know, it's not where she doesn't want to just follow me around, if that makes sense. Like, she has her life and wants my son to have stability at home in Arizona where we live. So yeah, it's a constant. I've got I'm doing 42 races this year because I'm also racing in the GT4 America Championship. So like next week we're supposed to be off, but no, I leave Tuesday and I race at Sonoma for the whole week, and then we go do Malcolm Press, and you know, so it's a lot right now, but hopefully she'll keep supporting me.
Good luck. Go get him tonight.
Thanks so much.
Race fans, I do have to tell you that Frankie's son he is a ham. He is the cutest little thing.
If he was here, he would be right here with
Yes.
the microphone, and he would be wanting to answer questions. He's 4. He turns 5 on Sunday. So.
We were in Daytona when we put him on the mic,
Yeah.
and he just started to answer questions, and he took over. And Frankie was just like, well, I'm just gonna leave because my son is more popular than I am at this moment. We asked him who his girlfriend was, and he said his mom. It was the greatest thing. So yes, it would be great to have him back out here. You race fans would love it. Is there another question? Let's go.
So, after the press for the show and all that ends, do you think GT Season 2, do you think you'll want to progress further in NASCAR, or do you still not decided on sports cars or stock cars?
No, I mean, I to be honest, my plan, I was just going to be racing a GT4 Mustang this year. You know, that's kind of the direction that we had chosen. That Ford kind of really is investing a lot in the sports car world. They have a hypercar coming out. They have the GT4 car, the GT3. So they were excited for me to go there, but when I came back after my injury, I missed Darlington, Bristol, I missed a few races. I came back for Talladega in the fall and finished the last 3 races of the year. I was like, there's no way I'm done NASCAR racing. Like, I love it. You know, it's so intense. Like, any form of racing I've ever done, there's nothing like it. Like being in the car and racing. It doesn't matter if you're first or 30th. You're wheel to wheel, battling. I can't explain it. I think I'm going to enjoy the sports car based on what we've done in the sim. But I'm not even almost done NASCAR racing. I'm just going to have a busier schedule because of it.
Do you have any